Today we're going to do a Let's Play BlackSoul's Extended Edition. I'm trying to do a series of the worst games on Steam. Not necessarily the worst games, but the worst rated games. This one has mostly negative, 44 negative reviews and 21 positive reviews. From the pictures it looks great. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but according to the reviews, it's pretty bad. This game is made by 2 people, so you know, it looks great for a team of 2. So I'm sure there's bugs, and you know, that's to be expected. I mean, it looks like I would say like early 2000 production of a AAA title. So we'll see. Most complaints about this game is no controller support or horrible controller support. I know they were supposed to add it, but I'm not sure. Low resolution textures, bad graphics, horrible camera, text size too small. Yeah, this person says camera issues. Window mode. I was only running on window mode for some people. People had to change their drivers and downgrade them. So we'll see. Let's just give it a shot. Alright, we're doing BlackSoul Extended Edition. Hopefully it goes right this time. This is my first Let's Play, so I've probably done this about 3 or 4 times. I hooked up a controller. I think I already went through the options, obviously, since I was trying to do a video earlier of the same thing, and there seems like there's no controller support. But sometimes when you go in games like this, don't say anything about controllers, and then you use the controller and it's magically working. I know they were supposed to put controller support for this game, but they did not. If you let this sit for a while, there's a nice video sequence, so I'm just going to let that roll. That way you guys are able to see it. Because it just goes straight into this menu for some reason. Really, I would put the sequence and then, like most games, have an intro sequence and then go to the menu. But for some reason this one sits here. See, now it's going into the sequence. I'll shut up while this goes and then I'll continue talking once it's finished. That's the intro. I really like that intro. It's a bit long, but the music style, the graphic style, atmosphere style reminds me a lot of Silent Hill. Even the use of the mandolins, using tremolo picking, if you're familiar with music terms. That part really gave it a Silent Hill feel. Alright, well, let's just get started. Easy, normal, survival, BlackSoul. I usually just play normal. I don't really like to do too easy, because sometimes when you put games on easy, they really like handicap it, I guess you would say, to a point where you miss, where there's like certain items that are gone, or just certain elements that are removed. So normal is usually what I like to play. The graphics actually look pretty clear. Third-person perspective. No, I'm gonna try to use the controller. Let's see if it'll work. Okay, yeah, the controller's not working, so there was no controller support, no options, or no options for a controller. So I'm assuming there's no controller support. I don't know why his face is so dark. It's like he's hiding in the shadow. Okay. It's kind of weird to control a game like this with a mouse and keyboard. I'm used to using a PlayStation controller. I tried to skip this kind of things. Unless you want to read them, you can pause it. If they're part of the puzzle, I'll try to read them, but hopefully there's not too much stuff like this. Kind of can't make out these pictures. That one I can't. It obviously looks like a girl's body. But other than that, I can see where someone could get impatient with these pictures from the newspaper changing It's a little bit slow. I know they were supposed to fix these loading screens and make them to like transitions like Resident Evil or their doors, or someone suggested that. Apparently they didn't fix that yet, or didn't bother to, or didn't want to. The graphics aren't that bad. I mean, I'm not used to really playing games with high graphics. I'm more of a retro game player, so this to me actually looks pretty decent. If that's sad, but just walking kind of slow. There's a run button. Okay, it's got the Silent Hill type of camera views, where you're running for a location and it suddenly shifts. I guess that's in Resident Evil as well, but the angle of it reminded me of Silent Hill. Okay. Now, people say the controlling is horrible on this game, and I can see where that would bother them, like how it's switching like that. But if you play the original Silent Hill, it does a lot of that, and the controlling is... I went back and played it recently, and the controls are so hard to control, but when I first played it as a teenager, I don't remember having too much trouble with the controls. I think it's, we progress as gamers. You get used to a certain style of playing, and then once you adjust to that style and you try to go back to another style, it's really hard to adjust to that style. Just like when you try to play Doom nowadays, if you try to play Doom nowadays with the old school controls, there was no mouse back then. I mean, there was, but most games didn't use a mouse like that. So you played first-person shooter with just a keyboard. And I've tried playing like that, and it's really weird. But if you use, I believe it's Steam version of Doom, you use a mouse and keyboard, and it's not so weird that way. It's a lot easier, actually. Okay. Says the crank is stuck. So obviously there's puzzles in this game, just like Resident Evil and Silent Hill style game. I'm not a huge fan of the puzzles, but I know a lot of people like that, because I usually get stuck on them and be stuck for hours trying to find some stupid pipe or something. Yeah, like that weird angle like that. That doesn't really bother me though. I usually don't try to go through the obvious place you should go first. I usually like to look around. Usually where you find health kits and ammo and things as such. I'm not sure what the action button is. I think it's the left mouse click, but I'm just clicking in case there's something. Okay, obviously this is another obvious entrance. I'm assuming that big front door was probably locked, and this side entrance is the one it opens to. Let's see if I can go this way. There's some windows here. Surprised nothing's jumped out of them yet. Ah, yeah. See, here we go. Ammo. Exactly what I was talking about. Alright, let's try going through this door. Ah. Okay, they did fix the oh no, see, this is the loading screen that people were complaining about. They say how it kind of kills the atmosphere which I can see that. And I can see why they didn't put a door, because it took a lot longer to load than most games, the transition. So far, I don't see this game being that bad. It's like, it looks good to me. Okay, that's it. I know a lot of people are complaining about that loading screen. I'm sure after a while you just get used to it. So left mouse click is the action button, I guess, or the button you use to check for items and whatnot. The controls are WASD. Shift is to run, and I'm not sure what other keys do yet, but I guess we'll figure it out along the way. There's the handle. I don't see anything else here, except for maybe that stick is something obvious. Nope. The fact that it goes completely silent here during the loading screen, I would have the music continuous. That way the atmosphere stays, even if they wanted those guys to be shown. You gotta remember, this is made by 2 people. This is actually really nice looking for 2 people. I imagine a lot of work. Sure, that's part of the puzzle. What is that picture? Does that picture even say anything? I'm not sure. Most of the frame rate seems okay. Testing this program, I've seen that I've lost about... When I have this... Oh, hold on a second. Let's see if I can pick up this frying pan. No, I didn't want to exit the room. I just wanted to pick up something. Okay, let's see here. What was I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the frame rate. The frame rate runs pretty good. I'm running about, well, I wouldn't say, I don't know, some people, some elitist computer gamers, they like their 60 frames. Right now I'm running at 34, which is because I'm recording. It usually knocks off like 10 frames while I'm recording. So I'd say I'm about at 42 roughly, which is not too bad. I mean, it's not like you need a high frame rate for a game like this. It's pretty slow paced. I'm sure the action parts, you know, but it's not like a first person shooter. You don't need to be doing real quick, swift headshots. Okay, what door was I was in this one? I'm gonna try not to exit and maybe find a weapon in this room. Just keep clicking everywhere. Okay, now I can go in this way. Let's go this way. The shadowing is really weird. see right here, it seems like it almost is like when you have a computer monitor, like a laptop screen, and you have it shut slightly, and you need to like lift it up higher so you can see clearly. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. And I'm dead really easily. Okay, game over. I'll just continue the video from this location. So it'll be instantaneous for you guys. You won't even notice the difference.